I was looking some more into the Indian pantheon recently and wanted to familiarize myself with Shiva and Ganesha some more. So, apparently, Shiva is the Hindu god of destruction and transformation, embodying both dissolution and regenerative power. He was known for performing the Tandava, which is this cosmic dance of destruction and creation, while also being responsible for the cyclical annihilation of the universe, to then allow for rebirth to happen. Meaning that he's another godlike reset button, just like some of the other deities we've talked about before. His role as a destroyer of the material world would challenge Ganesha's function as a remover of obstacles and guardian of new beginnings. Shiva is a pretty popular god in post-Vedic Hinduism, and he's influenced a ton of traditions across the country. He's this paradoxical representation of destruction and creation, asceticism and fertility, while also being central to Hindu philosophy, meditation, and temple worship. He shows up in a ton of texts as basically the ultimate being who is the source of all existence and the goal in spiritual liberation. Ganesha, on the other hand, is this elephant-headed god of wisdom, intellect, and beginnings, who was born from either Shiva's sweat or from clay as a guardian of the threshold between the divine and the human. So, in a lot of rituals in this pantheon, gods are invoked beforehand to serve a specific purpose. Ganesha is being used to remove obstacles and to ensure success, for example. His role as the protector of new ventures and his emphasis on order and ritual can sometimes be seen as a challenge to Shiva's chaotic and transcendent nature, along with his rejection to worldly attachments. Eventually, however, Ganesha learns to accept Shiva as his father, as well as the ultimate source of all creation and dissolution, in order for there to not be any conflict between them. As time passed, his status as a deity gained prominence across India and also Buddhist traditions, with his role being that of a remover of obstacles and a god of wisdom. His image eventually became central to festivals, homes, and business ventures as well. Like I mentioned, Shiva and Ganesha share a father-son relationship, with Shiva representing the transcendent, destructive aspect of reality, and Ganesha embodying the immanent, creative force of the world. This dynamic illustrates the balance between transcendence and immanence, destruction and creation, and the necessity of both forces for the continuation of the cosmos. The tension between them arises from the contrast between Shiva's abstract, formless nature and Ganesha's concrete, accessible form, reflecting the dual need for both the ultimate and the practical in spiritual life, meaning that they balance each other out quite well. Speaking of, in the myth of Ganesha's birth, Shiva is returning from a meditation journey and is barred from entering his home by Ganesha, who does not recognize him. In anger, Shiva beheads him, leading to intervention of Parvati and the creation of Ganesha's elephant head. Shiva then restores Ganesha to life and declares him the leader of all deities and the remover of obstacles, establishing his role as a guardian of new beginnings. Ganesha becomes a central figure in Hindu worship, and the story reinforces that even the most powerful deities must submit to the divine order. The myth also symbolizes the transition from destruction to creation, with Ganesha as the bridge between them. Pretty crazy, huh? It wasn't my intention to cover so many death and rebirth stories, yet here we are. It's always interesting seeing how they handle it, however, where some pantheons warn of a destructive god, and once it gets mad, everything ends forever. Then you have others where there's some climactic end between the forces of one pantheon and another. And then you have something like this, where a god does something, in this case a dance, and the world just resets after it's destroyed. Still, as always, did you have fun? Well, I'm always glad to hear you enjoy my rambling. It really does make me very happy. I wonder what we'll cover next time. Well, as always, I already know, but you just need to be patient. So, until then, my little pupil.